Hi, today I am with my guest Virle,
Hi.
and we're gonna be talking about masculine traits in modern women while in relationship, while being single, being a mom, raising a new generation kids, and dating in 2024.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Let's go. Hello, welcome to Women's World Podcast. This is Irmina, and my guest today, Virle. Yes.
Hi.
Hi. So she's an awareness speaker. I know you from Instagram actually, and I admire your inspiring posts sometimes. I know you're a single mom, right?
Yeah.
A model, a dancer. You are in entertainment business,
Yes.
right?
So,
So yeah, welcome.
thank you.
And I saw also something that I want to right away ask a few posts about your healing and what you're going through right now. So maybe you can introduce briefly yourself a little bit short and just say some insights and why you shared it.
Okay, perfect. So, first of all, thank you for inviting me. I find you very inspirational also on your posts and something. So I was like, oh my God, the invite. Oh yeah, I really want to come. My spiritual journey, if you put it on a timeline, like a year ago, I wasn't really not the person that I am today. A year ago, I was like lost, very hard, a very difficult heartbreak, and more like expressing myself, but on a very sexual way. So not like in the feminine energy, but like very sexual and that was a part of me. I went through Ibiza, and there I had my spiritual journey. And it was more like, okay, why are you also in your ego and everything that you need to be perfect and everybody needs to see you? Why are you still doing that?
You are looking for validation, you realize that?
I was looking a lot for validation pure because I was bullied a lot in my teenage years. So I was never how do you say it? I was never the popular one. I was always the one who's sitting in the back. Nobody saw me eating my lunch at my own. Wanted to fit everything in everywhere in every space, but nobody saw me. So I really felt that I need to be upstanding. I need to came up for myself, but on a very different way than I was supposed to.
Yeah. Don't you think that a lot of modern women have that issue?
I think that a lot of modern women have that issue because of society these days.
Instead of looking inside, what is the problem?
Yeah, instead of listening to your own inner child inside of you, you just like society pushes you to, definitely as a single mom. You know, if you have like two parents, a mom and a dad, it's like masculine and feminine energy and it's like a balance. But if you are alone, you need to be your daughter or son's mom. You need to be the other parent. You need to be yourself. And it's like very difficult to find the balance in it.
Yeah, true. All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Nice to meet you. All right. So today's topic is masculinity in modern women.
Love it.
Yes, we got a lot of questions actually. We'll start with the first question from Instagram. So, why is it wrong to have masculine traits for a woman? Well, I have a little comment on that. I don't think personally that there is something wrong with that. And I think that as men, as women, should have these traits. So, women should have masculine traits too, and men should have feminine traits too.
Yeah.
I mean, masculine trait is more like about strategic thinking, about logic thinking, rational decisions, being organized, being independent and strong. But as well for feminine, I think feminine, even though it's just about nurturing and emotional support, we don't want to have a man. Nobody wants to have a man who is bad in communication is. Exactly. So that's what I mean.
Lord.
That's a feminine trait, but we need that. Yeah. And I don't think a man wants to have a woman who is bad at taking decisions or is disorientated in her
No,
work.
like I said before, you need to find a real balance in it. But I think if you search masculine and feminine on TikTok or something, you get so many different explanations. Sometimes masculine, it's like you need to take action.
What is the definition of masculine? I kind of get sick of this comment, like, people think that there is a perfect definition of being masculine or being feminine. Just be a good person.
Yeah, that's it.
Just focus on being a good person.
Just look in yourself. And for me, for me, masculine and feminine is something very different than maybe the person who is looking or listening. For me, like, masculine energy is more in a good way. With a man, it's a man who provides, a man who protects, to give you a safe feeling, who is very good in communication. But also, like, if you see back in the days, who is the leader of all.
That's true. That's true.
But not too much, because if you are too much in your masculine as a man, then you get, or like alpha, then you get in your ego and in your wounded kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like jealousy, it's like bad behavior, and that's also a part of masculine energy. And for me, feminine, it's like, sweet and soft, emotional, and just a balance, calm, peace, safety place.
Yeah, I think masculine energy thing is actually very demonized these days, because even in the UK they talk about masculinity crisis, it's called, because by statistics actually a lot of men kill themselves. They have more suicidal thoughts.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Also, more women finish college, less men finish school. Actually, basically, women can do anything, and it's not. I'm not a feminist, but it is just statistics, and that's why in UK they talk about it, that men tend to be lost more than women, but also more closed and be shy to talk about it. So I think it's really sad, because actually, I mean, we should support each other, and being masculine, it's not wrong.
No.
It's just,
not at all.
Yeah, just be a good person, and I think we need it both. Huh?
Yeah, it's like also if I see, because I see a lot of TikToks about, or just social media about masculine and feminine energy, and the one thing that irritates or annoys me is like, okay, so if you're not a man and you're not providing and you're not doing this and that, then you're more in your feminine energy, and then you're soft, and the girl or the woman doesn't like you, because men can also be soft. But it's more like if they take action and they provide and they give you a safe place, as definitely these days, it's like I was a couple of years a lot in my masculine energy, but I had it was because I got forced in my masculine energy. It was like I didn't have like an option to be in my sweet feminine and just take everything on the easy peasy. It was like, no, Vela, you have to work hard, you have to provide, you have to have a safe place. But it is normally something a man can provide. And the communication, I love that you talk about the communication, because I don't know, in 2024, dating and communication with men, but it's like...
We'll get to that topic, but you know what, I have a thought on that. All the women should marry, you know why?
Yeah.
Because once you marry, you don't need to be in your masculine energy anymore, and let the man take care of you. Surrender. Yeah, surrender. But yeah, you don't find it often, and we're gonna talk about it, because in fact I did have this next question ready, and it's about how does masculine traits in women affect men in relationships. So yeah, exactly, and that's what I just said. I think that a man should provide a safe environment for a woman. If you're married, if you're in a relationship, if the man gives you stress and gives you a lot of weight on your shoulders, and you constantly need to think, stress, and find solutions, it's not the right guy for you.
No, that's true.
Because he should bring out the feminine energy out of you, the nurturing, emotional, and stable communication.
But I definitely agree. But I also think that a lot of men these days are like in chaos. they don't know what is masculine, what is feminine, how do I need to provide, because when I just be myself, not everyone accepts it.
As I said, it's the masculinity crisis.
Yeah, it's
guys don't
it's
know
also in Belgium
how to act, or what is good or not.
No.
Is it masculine energy good or not? Is it too much or not too much? How to act around women.
It's like putting on a label on someone. It's like, okay, now you're in your masculine.
How is it like to be a man, actually?
Yeah.
It must be hard. I mean,
I think it's very hard, because you have for women we have pressure, but we have pressure to provide for a family, to in a spiritual way, in an emotional way. But for a man, I think it's harder, because you need to work, but also you need to see that you're not in your wounded kind of stuff, but you have maybe like a jealous type. So if your woman is just talking to someone, it's like, oh, no, because then you're maybe in your alpha. There are so many labels, or so many explanations for something, and nobody is really like, okay, but who am I inside of me?
Exactly, and who am I?
Who am I?
These days also gender problem.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There is a gender problem.
Yeah.
People don't know themselves anymore, if they're a man or a woman, and all of this LGBTQ and all the,
I understand,
stuff,
they're searching too much.
The political stuff is actually making us confused. They confuse us with what is good, what is wrong, and how to be a man or be a real woman.
Yeah.
Just
but
be a
what
good
is
person.
what is a man and a real woman? Is it like from the outside only? Is it like from the inside? What is it exactly?
Yeah, good question. We cannot answer
No.
that. Sorry, guys. Yes. Okay. So that's what you would also answer, right? Just support each other in relationship.
Support each other, and if you are feeling. No, the first important thing for me, it's like communication.
Yeah.
Just talk about it. If you are feeling with your partner that he doesn't provide enough, or you have to do things alone, just talk about it. Don't sit about it, brag about it, or just be quiet, or tell it to your friends or something, or to your best friend.
Last podcast we had this conversation with someone else, and it was quite a whole discussion about the definition of providing. Because why? You can provide a safe space for a woman. You can provide financially. You can provide stress too. Provide is a big word.
Yeah.
But what do you need exactly? It's up to you. And some women can get really insulted because they are independent. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm also independent, but I wouldn't get insulted. Before, yes. And also like, I would feel like I own something to people, and I would want to always pay half and stuff like that. I changed completely my opinion, because now too. Also in a dating world, I really miss the traditional men who really want to show that they're a man.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because
make you feel safe and show that they're appreciating. Okay, you picked a restaurant, you set up the date.
If you ask me this question, or tell me like a year ago, I was like no.
Yeah.
I was like definitely had another opinion.
Yeah.
I was like no. If a man opens a door for me, I was like, why are you doing this? I can open myself, like a stupid thing. But if you just ask me what do you want to eat, I was like, okay, but I can choose it, or I can pick it for myself. And now I'm like, oh, thank you. It's very nice. You don't need to do it. It's not like, because you also have women who is like, oh, you need to open a door for me. It's like the princess treatment, but in an ego way. But in a normal way, it's just like, be a man. Just stand up for yourself. Not too much, please. But just be a man.
Yeah. I think, I think actually we should sometimes surrender. Mm-hmm. I told that before. Yeah. But it's not easy, because we also can't trust everyone.
That's a very difficult thing, trust. And if you think you trust sometimes someone, it's more like then you get slammed by the door, or I don't know how to say it in English, but
for me personally, I think 2024 dating world is really confusing.
Girl.
Because, you know, also my exes, they told me that I am intimidating because of my energy, masculine energy.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to do everything myself, and they don't know anymore if they were needed, you know.
I have a question, not a brand mark, but do you then also feel like if you are dating and you meet a guy, that's always a guy in his feminine energy because you are also masculine, or no? I felt that pattern.
No, I think, no, not always.
Okay, then you're not really in your...
Depends, but I think millennials, like younger guys, are different than the traditional older guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
Yeah.
But it's also like in 2024, it's not anymore we have a relationship or we have this. No, we have a situationship. But
That's
what
labeling.
the hell,
That's
labeling, what is a situationship?
Yeah.
Or you decide to be with someone and pronounce into the friends and be and have a future, or you don't. That's it. Why? Oh no, we're dating, we're doing like everything as boy and girlfriend. Because they want to see if they have still options.
Exactly. If you don't put it in the public, then you're still open for another.
They have like the men have like but also women not to predict it, but they have like the treatment of a boy or a girlfriend thing, the benefits, but also like the options.
Yeah.
So like the cheating part cannot happen because you have like the situationship. I'm done with everything like that.
You know, there is also a thing. I'm not racist or whatever, but there is something also with Belgium guys. I think the thing is, it's not only the age and stuff with the guys, but it's also a cultural thing.
Yeah.
In Lithuania and Russia, man wants to be the fucking bear. He wants to be like the alpha, but he will communicate with you.
Okay.
And it's not, I'm not saying that it's always good, because they need the balance.
Yeah.
You know, also feminine traits to communicate and stuff and to provide you a safe space.
Yeah.
But you can go out and you can feel safe. You know that he will always be there for you. You can crash completely. You can have depression and you know he will be there for you.
Yeah, he will.
Whatever happens, your car broke
He
down.
will support you. He will be there for you. Yeah.
He will be there for you.
Place.
And the thing is, I don't really date. I don't like to date Lithuanian guys. I'm Lithuanian myself, because it's very fast going. Like there is a very thin line, and it's very fast going into, I am the fucking alpha. You know.
Oh, so like in the wounded kind of place.
They can make you feel like you're safe, and then when they have you, they will be like, okay, now I'm
have
the boss here.
Yeah.
I
So
make decisions here.
More in like a narcissistic way.
Yeah.
So like a toxic, not narcissistic,
So
like a toxic way.
It's a very thin line. I think you should really balance it. But of course, we are not a man. We cannot also really say how.
I always say like, one day I want to wake up for one day only, and just be a man.
There is a movie like that.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God, I need to see it. So
it's a really good movie, actually. It's funny.
I'm like, just to do everything, like also the sexual part, because just to like feel how it is to be like the also like the ego, but also everything what goes around. And it's like, okay, one day, not more than one day. But I think it's just for men, for women, for every gender, it's really hard in this society to fit in.
Yeah, I think that.
So like, where do you fit in?
A lot of people are confused with finding themselves and knowing who they are.
Yeah, but I think you can blame about it, or you can.
Especially for teenagers, I think it's hard. You have a daughter, right?
I have a teenager. Okay. Yeah, she turned 14 yesterday.
Okay, yes, so, right, I saw.
Yeah, she turned 14, and with her I see a lot. I'm very how do you say it? I'm very proud in first of all way, but I see a lot of pressure on these kids.
Yeah.
Just like I know, okay, you need to have a good degrees. You need to have everything. I didn't have my degrees, to be honest, but the pressure that they have on, like, you need to be the best, you need to do this, you need to do that, and it's more like not the emotional part anymore. You know, it's not like.
Was there ever? I don't know. I had a very rough childhood, so it's difficult to say for me. I don't think that I ever had the space to be myself.
Yeah, but I think now it's like because you have so much
but now it's even
going on.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm thinking, okay, I'm glad that I have one child.
Well, you know, the advantage we had in our days, we had no phones.
No.
We went out, we played, we met, we socialized. We were actually
now it's all digital, and I can.
I think that's the difference.
Yeah, and I can bark about it because it was like a couple of years my full-time income, so I cannot say you're too much on your phone or something. Yeah. But she's like, she has a good balance in it. But it's more like.
But indeed, what they see on TikTok and Instagram,
it's
constant
horrifying
information that comes into their brain,
and it's misinformation.
Yeah, exactly.
That is something. It's like misinformation. It's like information that doesn't approve anything, or it's just like images and stuff. But it's also like if you see back in the days when we were teenagers, I don't know your age?
32.
Oh, me 33, yeah. So it's like same. We have like if you had friends that went on holidays or something, they wrote notes. I saw it with a good friend of mine. She's like, she had the postcards and the notes from her best friends. The kids these days doesn't know anything about it. They don't know a life without social media, and that it's so. It's for me. I'm getting emotional of it because it was. If you see, then it was such a beautiful time, and we just took it for granted. Yeah. You know, we just took it like, oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The same as now. We take this for granted, and sometimes I'm like, I'm getting in my inner child, and like, oh my God, I really had a good teenager life. If you see it like now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you didn't, like what I do now is as well work on the inner child, and then I give the safe space now for her. Yeah, I really talk to her sometimes.
Yeah, me too. I really talk to my inner child. Like, okay, what do you really need? What is it? And then she's like, you're looking too much for this. You're looking too much for that. But also my daughter, she is my mirror. If I stress with something, or if I'm sad about something, she will tell me. She will tell me,
really feel it.
It's insane.
Back in the day, my stepdaughter, she would also be more irritated if she felt that there was stress in the house. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, indeed. We're going fast through the questions actually.
I think we skipped questions. We are just
just going.
Go with the flow.
So I will ask you something personal because you have the daughter. Indeed, you have a daughter, and you're a real mom. You used to be a wife, I guess, as well.
No, I never was a wife.
Okay.
I never had I never went married, not once. Okay. So.
All right. There's a question from Instagram: how to deal with corporate stress as a mother and wife and remain feminine.
Ooh, that's a deep one. How to deal with it? Try to find a balance. First of all, I know it's hard in society. Definitely, as a single mom, you need to provide. You need to work hard because you need to do everything all by yourself. But yeah, most of all, listen to your inner child. Find peace. Find calm. For me, meditate. Meditation and going deep inside of me, for me, my spiritual kind of thing really helped me to get rid of all my stress, get rid of all my overthinking. It's not always a way, but sometimes if I'm like, okay, now I'm too much overthinking, thanks to my Aquarius, of course. But just like be supportive for your own.
Yeah.
Self-love. Love yourself, and if you love yourself, you can see everything and also the beauty inside. But maybe also don't lay too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Because you want to do perfect, you want to be a perfect mom, you want to be a perfect wife.
Yeah, you want to do everything perfect. The house needs to be clean. Everything needs to be done. Yeah, if it's one day.
Help. Yeah, if you're a wife, ask for the help from your husband.
Yeah, Yeah, it's
they
not
should be supportive.
Definitely, and don't think you need to do everything on your own, because
but that's, I think, not losing control. That I do in my workshops. Actually, I really try to help women for at least a day to lose control, and it's not easy. Believe me.
I need to come to that workshop, because
yes,
I can.
You should come. I have the special meditation, and everyone has to cry, because we have just too many responsibilities, and we always want to control situations. We make hundreds of scenarios in our heads about future which is not even happening. So we're actually exhausting ourselves constantly with these thoughts.
Yeah.
We have like 600,000 thoughts per day. And women have more than men. So it is actually a fact. So
men is like sexual thoughts. No, it's a joke. But they say that like a man is thinking, like in at like 3 seconds each.
Another thought?
And no, just by 6. They're always thinking like sexual energy and sexual part. Yeah, every 3 minutes, a man is thinking about something sexual.
Is it really?
Question for the men.
How is it, camera guy?
Yeah.
Tell us. We will never know, I guess.
We will never know.
We will never know.
I don't believe that women really think like every 3 minutes about something sexual.
It depends.
But it's like the nature in men. It's like the normal. It's normal.
That's again, it comes back to being masculine and having too much control over the situation. Because if we were more relaxed, look, for instance, if you go on vacation or something, then you are more relaxed. Don't you have more mood for sex?
Of course, because the stress hormone is down.
Yeah, because you're more at peace and you let go of the situation.
Men
don't make themselves crazy about every little thing like women.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
That's the difference, I guess. So as I was saying, with losing control, I think it's really important. And as you said, work on your inner child and just be there for yourself. What I do in meditation also, I just tell them to completely focus on themselves and imagine that there's nothing around and you are on this island, and then you have to listen to your heart. A simple exercise I do as well, even in the car. Just put your hand over your heart and just listen.
Oh, that's
and
a
then listen to your
intuition, really good one.
Listen what your heart wants to tell you.
Yeah.
Because we're constantly going, and we just don't look back, and we don't enjoy present moment.
That's a good one. We don't look back. We are looking too much in the future, but we're not here in the now.
Now.
That's true. I had to learn that on a hard way. So like I was always like, okay, that is my past, and that is something that wasn't good for me. I was like looking back, I'm disappointed as a mom. I'm disappointed at how I do things in my relationship. I was like always questioning myself. And then I was like, okay, and now I need to be in the future. Like, with the solicitation kind of questions, they always say like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? At none of the jobs, I was like, I see myself in 5 years there and there. No, I was like, I have actually no idea, because I don't know what kind of path that I will go in. But you need to answer the question to see if you see in the future. But for me, it was like, okay, I saw the future, and it was like, okay, this is going to be that, but I need to work really hard for it, combine three jobs to achieve my goals. I was always like goals, but rushing and not feeling.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I had like a mental breakdown, also because of my relationship that went off. And then it was like, okay, I need to be trying to be, and all my everything inside of me told me like, Veerle, hello, you need to be here today.
Yeah.
Feel what, if you survive today, tomorrow is another day.
But
if you have
you don't know if there is tomorrow.
Voila, you have to live your day like it's your last one. Always.
Bam, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm in between things. I want to live in a moment, definitely. That's like priority. But as well, achieving goals. For instance, if you have dreams, I'm like a real dreamer. So if you have dreams, you need some sort of destination. You cannot go without knowing the destination.
You need to have the destination, but it's not. I think it's more like if you see yourself in 5 years, definitely building a house, be a good woman. You can see it. You can have, but they also like if you're people manifest in a very detailed way because you see it online, you see it everywhere on TikTok. You need to specify just for an example, at the 25th of December 2034, I have like a villa in Ibiza. I earn an income of 8 figures. No, you need to specify, but that is not real manifestation. And I read about it because I learned to manifest on the detail way. But you can also manifest on the wrong way. You can manifest everything, the good and the bad. Trust me, definitely the bad. Because it's like in your wounded kind. If you're manifesting like the urge to manifest and not just like, okay, energy flows, like just go.
Yeah, if it's coming from a wounded place and you are not healed, then you might manifest the wrong things.
You manifest the wrong things.
Yeah. Because at that specific moment is something else you want. It's just like a reel I posted yesterday. Actually, I shared about that once you you start to see things like a third person. Everything changes.
You start to see it like a telescope.
Yes, it's like, oh, this is not good for me. This is not good for me. This I don't want to manifest. This is not the path I want to take.
Yeah.
So things and opinion can always change with the growth, with the self-development. But definitely manifest love and happy moments and being just happy.
Yeah, and love yourself. That's the most important thing because if you don't love yourself, if you're not like happy with the person you are or you're becoming, you will put out a lot of stress and you will like perfectionize. Is that even a word? Perfectionize yourself, but instead you are pushing your force so much that you're just not in your inner energy flow.
You know, it's like I have an example. Sometimes I find myself, I see a situation, and I think, damn, like 5 years ago I wanted this, and now I don't even think I need this.
Nope. Yeah.
I think things change so much with age, with perspective, with just self-growth, self-development.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need different stuff depending on where you are and how you feel. So yeah. Okay. Another question still with about your daughter. That's something, my personal question to you.
Okay.
Do you actually talk about masculinity and femininity with your daughter, or about these gender things and all of that kind of stuff?
Not really about the gender thing. Sometimes she asks me questions about it, and my opinion, it's like feel whatever you want to feel. Express who you are in what kind of way you want to, but don't believe everything you read online, you read on social media, because 9 of the times it's like fake.
Yeah.
So
how would you react if your daughter would come home one day and she would say, "Mom, I think I am a boy"?
How I would definitely talk about it, but my first question would be, why do you think you are a boy or a girl? Why do you think it? And I would talk about her to let her go really deep and think about it. But yeah, I have actually no idea. With her, I see she's like more. She has like different kind of growing up stages. The first, she was like more the how do you say it? She never was like the girly. And I was like, oh, why is it girly?
Yeah,
with I wanted to do the ponytails and the clips and everything. But she was like, nah, I don't need it. And then she was like the skater girl. Because now these days everyone's wearing like the baggy pants. She's going
hip-hop stuff.
Like the hip hop stuff, but really like you know, at some point the buffaloes came back in, and it was like the jeans with the high with the good and flared pants. Tomboy it is. Oh, no, she's listening to this. She's like, oh my God, Mom doesn't know the word tomboy. I know it. No, big boy. Oh wow, not tomboy, big boy. It's like but it's also like everyone has it. But now she's more like in her skater kind of thing, and I was like, okay, she doesn't want to wear skirts or she doesn't want to wear dresses. I'm fine. She doesn't want to wear a lot of makeup, and I'm really glad about it, because she's not that type of typical girl that's putting on the lipstick. And if I see some other girls like 14 age, I'm like, are you 14 or are you 30? 17 or 18?
I know.
So I'm really happy that she's just be herself. But to get a lot of the question, because sometimes I'm losing my focus, I don't know how to respond. I really would go in a conversation with her, and I really would like
try to understand her.
Understand her, definitely. I would not say definitely, but no, it's not true. You look like a girl, you are a girl, and point final. I would really talk about it.
Also, show her an indication that she's not.
She's
that
not.
She can't talk to you.
Yeah, definitely. And I believe that you can find yourself stuck in an emotional way or like in a physical way that you don't feel yourself like a girl if you're a girl.
Maybe we can even compare this like these days millennials can just choose to be a girl or a boy or something else.
Yeah.
Or
and to be honest, I'm glad about it that you can choose it, but because
back in the day for us it was more like choosing outfits, you know.
Yeah.
We had a different trend.
Yeah.
And that was also being lost. We just need to find out who we are.
Now it's like they are giving too much information, and there is like on a gender part. Back in the days it was like boy, girl, and you don't have all the genders and something. And if you felt like I'm a girl but I look like a boy or something, you just dress up like a boy or so, and it was fine. But these days it's like they get so many information that you're questioning about, okay, but that is something I feel and that is something I feel, and oh, I also have that opinion on maybe I don't want to wear, I want to wear dresses, or maybe I feel like a boy. So it's too much.
Yeah, indeed.
It's too much information and explanation about what is a real gender, what is it. So, and also like celebrities, a lot of celebrities, people are looking up to celebrities, and if they tell me I'm gender neutral or I'm like, I don't know if everything, but if they tell it, people will accept it, and maybe they will see it as, okay, if she tells it, she's a star, she's an icon, maybe I need to question myself. And that's a really dangerous thing. Misleading information, because it's like an idol, or it's like a celebrity who's talking about it. And sure, if you have an idol and at that point he or she says, no, today I don't do anything or something about masculinity or something, you're going to question yourself because you're looking up to that person.
Yeah, and especially for teenagers, this is
definitely teenagers.
Yeah.
So I think they're like the all gender and all LGBTQ plus A. I don't know.
Do you have yourself an idol woman?
Me? Oh.
Yeah, because it's also another discussion, maybe something we can talk about. But I think that a lot of the ideal women these days also mislead people and act actually according to social media, and like all is fine, and I mean also the strange
everything
trends
is rainbow and sunshine,
and they don't
behind
want to
closed
show
doors
the
it's like dark and a wounded place.
And if you're, like you say, looking up to this person, you start questioning yourself too, even if you are a grown-up. Yeah Because I know a lot of people are crazy about Kim Kardashian and stuff, and I'm like, okay, she's a good businesswoman because she made the best out of her branding. I respect her very much for that.
Yeah.
But there are things that I just don't approve.
No, me neither. And that is like the misleading information. It's also a bit where I spoke about awareness. It's like not everything you see online is 100% correct.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's also just like for clickbaits or for to give a shock kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, for attention. Yeah.
For attention, a lot of attention, because if you also see, okay, you know, in this society you can change a lot about yourself. If you're not happy, you can change it, because my boobs are, I did my boobs, I wasn't happy with it. So I could change it, and that's a good one, because you're feeling like more secure, you're feeling like more empowerment because you're doing that. But you can also have like an addiction to change it.
Yeah.
And then it's not anymore in a healthy way, because then you see, if you see then the opposite, it's like you weren't happy with the person you totally were. So you change it completely, but inside you still be that person with that body in the outside.
Yeah.
So
and
you need to heal yourself first to...
Exactly. You are the person.
But everyone has another opinion, because sometimes it's crazy what you can do with surgery.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I always say in my workshops, you are the person
Yeah.
that will get old with you and be forever with you. No partner, nobody else knows you better than you.
Yeah.
And you have to make peace with your inner child and accept it. You can change things from outside, but it doesn't define you as a person.
No. And don't do too much. Less
is more.
And your heart,
you know, your heart is the only thing that knows you for like everything. Everything. They know from beginning, they grow up. Your heart grows up with you. So actually, you shouldn't listen for others' opinions or validation or whatever. You just need to listen to yourself.
But it's hard. Definitely for the validation or the opinions of others, because it's, if you get wounded by it. If someone tells you, that dress is not nice, you're gonna question about it. Everyone who says, no, I don't care, and deep down, you're maybe in your subconscious mind. Is it subconscious? Yeah, your subconscious mind, you will think about it. And the next time you are putting on that dress, maybe you put it a lot, but that's not anymore with the confidence you put it the first time.
All right, our last question. So how do we get healthy balance between masculine and feminine energy as a woman, single or in a relationship? I think we kind of went through it already, unless you want to add something.
No,
I think maybe I want to add something, that we should, as women, also make men feel safe. Not only men need to provide us with safe environments, but as well, when you're dating, even if you're single, being independent is indeed intimidating, and also they don't know how they have to act with you. Do they need to actually give you more space? Do they need to provide more love? Do they need to provide financially? What do exactly they need to do? They are so misled and so confused, and we're confusing by being, I am strong, independent, and I'm a boss lady. So just show them, give them indication that you're also there for them, and that you understand, and that you are willing to open up.
That's the biggest part, opening up to someone.
Voila. Because once you open up and then you find the right person,
it flows.
Then you can finally go into your feminine energy and glow. And then you can dim down a little bit your masculine traits.
Yeah, but it's also like if you came out of a toxic relationship, or a relationship where you needed to put the pants on from masculinity, it's very hard to get the masculinity level down. But if you then are like in dating or something, find a man who is very in his masculinity, it's then sometimes not really dangerous, but it's like you need to be aware of it, that you don't go too much down in your masculinity, because then it's like, oh my God, there's a guy, he's providing for me, he's like looking out for me, he's taking care of me. And then the masculinity energy can be gone, but it's like the wounded kind of thing, because it's like, I went out of a toxic relationship and now there is a guy and he's providing. He sees me, he's like nurturing me, he's like telling me all the sweet kind of things. But then you have also, where again, a label like love bombing. There is so much, and I'm guilty about it too, to be honest. I'm really guilty because sometimes I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, okay, you were doing that. I'm really an overthinker, and sometimes
like,
it's just
I squeeze my eyes and I think, is that a trap?
I was like, where is the trap? How is this possible? And you get to a point that you believe it, and you're like, okay, and then is like the dangerous part, or like the awareness part. Then you go chase it, because it's like if it then goes away or pulls away, it's like, oh, what? No. I need to have it, and oh my God, and am I not good enough? And you're going to questioning yourself again.
Yeah.
And it's like then thinking, and instead of flowing.
Yeah.
And it's not the right person.
All right. One more thing I want to add. What about chasing?
What about chasing?
Chasing each other.
Oh, you.
Do you think that men should chase women, or like traditional men hunting their prey, or the prey has to?
I know that a lot of men that will be listening or are in his. A lot of men want to be chased.
Men won't listen to my podcast.
Yeah, you don't know. That's not true. Men want to be chased because of their ego. Women can chase, but it's like if you chase too much as a woman, it's like, oh my God, she's like, oh, obsessed with me. So where is the balance?
We should have a man next time on a podcast. He's laughing.
Yeah, I know someone who you really can
so you say it's
interview.
Not ego? Okay. We need
so it's not ego.
I
think it's like if you really want to be chased, it's like more the validation of why is she chasing me.
I don't know. I hear a lot from younger girls, from friends, dancers as well, and they having troubles. They constantly ask me also for advice because I'm older. Not that I am a pro in relationships.
I suck about it.
We're all learning and stuff, but they tell me as well that young guys, they act like princess.
Princess treatments.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Yeah,
the younger
like, okay,
guys. Yeah.
You don't give me what I want, then
that's fine.
Next,
bye. Yeah.
Next. And where is the connection? Where is the communication?
I have actually no idea, because but I also think because everything gets a label. It's like, so it's dating in 2024 after 30s. Trust me, no. I don't feel it's like pool. It's like, okay, why is it like this? And then you go overthink, and then you just want to have the natural flow, communication, and it's just that communication. It's not like a game.
I think it's also the phone. The phone is a problem because people don't know sometimes tonation, how you text, how are you with this person, and when you're in real, it can be totally different.
If you text too much, it's something I went through. If you text too much, you don't have you are building a false connection.
Yeah.
It's like a false emotional connection, and then you see each other, and it's like, oh, and
then
it's
ghost
going
each other.
And what is it with the thing of ghosting? No, just communicate. No, I'm sorry, I had a good time, but for me, it's not that.
Men are not adult enough to say that.
No, men. Some woman maybe
don't
also.
Hate me, men.
No, maybe some woman also. But for me, the best part in a relationship, or to build, or I'm not going anything less than that. It's just like communication, honesty, and it's okay if you don't like someone, or if you're like, okay, no, she's not my type of thing, or he's not my type. Just say it, because if you just like little disappear, it's like the woman or the man is like, huh? Where did everything go?
I think the problem there is just you didn't meet the right person, because I believe strongly that there is for everyone there is a for everyone there is a person in the world, and I think sometimes we're just not on the same frequency, especially we are spiritually healing a lot. So when you are doing this, you start to be on another frequency, on another level, you vibrate different, and sometimes you think at one moment that with this person you have a great communication, you have great connection, but then a month later, if you are more busy with your self-development, you can look at it totally different, because you're missing some things, or you see some things, some patterns. And like my ex-husband, he told me, he said, I just worry about you, because when we broke up with my ex-boyfriend, he was devastated because he liked us as a couple, and he said, and we are good friends, and he said, I'm just worried about you.
Oh, that's so beautiful that you can, if you're separated,
he said, like, I think you will
too.
never find someone real, because you're too high maintenance, and you want this specific, like a perfect guy. But if there is a woman like me, for instance, for me it's important this and this and that, those values in a man, and I have these values. I can be funny, I can be serious, I can work hard, but I can also just let it go. And if there is a woman like that, why on earth wouldn't be there a man for me the same as I am?
And there definitely will be a man.
Exactly.
Definitely. Just
there
like
are
you.
7 billion people. Like, it doesn't mean that it's in Belgium. Maybe it's somewhere else. Maybe you will meet him or her somewhere else.
Do you then believe like in the like the dating apps, the online dating or the offline dating?
I don't have that. I don't. I'm a little bit scared of it. I don't know why. I heard funny stories, so sometimes it's really fun to listen. Like, this happened or this happened. It's exciting, I guess. But
where are you in 2024? Where
first
are
of
you
all,
going
I don't really have the time for it. I'm just too busy on myself, so I don't think I have the time to go and date random dudes. Yeah, and I need like stability. If I have a partner, I need one partner to know, okay, I have fun or whatever, or we go to eat something together and I can trust him to talk about something. But if I'm gonna go with 10 different guys, then I don't have that stability in my head. You know what I mean? Because I need to focus on my business, I know, and I cannot focus on myself and on my business if there are multiple people texting.
Yeah.
There was a moment, especially when I broke up, oh my God, all these guys really, Jesus. I was like, do they smell or something? Because they text like randomly and keep texting until a point where I don't reply, and they say, oh, I'm so sorry that I keep attacking you with the messages. They understand themselves that actually it's too much. And I'm like, people, I mean, there are so many people in the world, and just choose someone else, you know, if you give indication, no.
But it's just, I think it's more like, if you see something and you want it and you can't have it, you're going to...
They want it more.
They want it more.
Yeah, but that's not gonna make me want them.
No, exactly. But it's like also like I on TikTok I see a lot of things like that. It's like it calls the Daddy Academy. I love him. Do you know him?
No.
He's great. He's telling everything like the explanations of man, and he's also sometimes saying like, if you only send with a guy text.
The black guy?
Black
or white?
No, white guy.
A white guy.
Yeah, I was like saying it in Flemish, a blank.
His name Dan.
Yeah, the Daddy Academy. Yeah. And he's like, okay, if you're like texting weeks and weeks and weeks, I don't care if he's not planning dates. So like, isn't it his masculine energy? If he's not setting dates, if he's not providing, if he's take out the S and end. And it's like very simple, but for me personally, I was like, oh, if someone texts me, he likes me, and then, and now I'm more like, no. So I learn a lot about from him. Yeah.
Why do you tell me more about the dating apps? What experience do you have?
I have my experience is I went on the dating apps, and I believe that you can have a connection built, first of all, because I don't have the time to come out, so I don't know where to find, because I'm not looking. I'm not really searching. If it comes to me, fine. But I don't have the time to go out for dinners there and there and there. So yeah, you get forced to, like, if you wanted to meet a guy that lives like 20 kilometers farther, you need to go on dating apps. And then sometimes I'm just like in my thing, swiping. And I had a beautiful connection with someone, but it went off. Just, I think,
Well,
because of me. Just personally, in every person I met and in every person I see, now I reflect myself. I'm like, okay, why does this triggering me? Or something online, why does it triggering me? The thing they say, because deep inside my inner child is telling me that's the part you still need to heal. And that was like in the beginning, I was telling about the emotional kind of attraction from guys. For me, when I was like too much in my masculine energy, every guy in his too much feminine energy connected with me.
Yeah.
So I felt like, okay, but that's a pattern. I need to look out for it. I need to see why does it keeps on continuing like this? Why am I meeting the same person? In the same yeah, I learned a lot about it.
That I must say too. I think dating anyway kind of will make you,
I'm not dating around,
will show you what you want. After fail you realize, okay, I don't want this, or I want this in a guy, and you start to see what
I think it's a very good learning
tactic.
school, like dating.
There is someone, this dating expert, that she was saying you need to go, I think, on 200 dates or something to really to really exactly.
I don't have time for that.
Exactly, ain't nobody got time for that. I think 200 or something to really to know exactly the person you want to meet. But I think personally you just need to become the person you want to meet, you know?
Yeah, I had like a couple of weeks. I had like with a good friend of mine, a guy, and I had the same discussion. And he's like, "Vera, there is a tactic in dating. There is really like a psychological tactic." And he's like, he's also doing podcasts. He searched it up, and he's like, there is really a tactic, but the most women are going in an emotional kind of way. They're like. There is, I'm going to do a podcast with him about it. It's like the thing how men think, that women think on the first date is completely different. It's like, for example, when a man doesn't feel like, oh, she's interested in a physical way on the first date, the most of them are like, okay, she doesn't like me. But the women who does like the man, who does like the person, the man, it's more like, oh my God, no, I'm going to be on a safe place. I want to really know him. I want to don't force anything. Don't want to express my sexual energy, because first date you feel attraction. It's also like the outside attraction, and the completely difference. That's why it's like separated, because he thinks like, she doesn't like me. She thinks like, oh no, he doesn't also like me, so I need to do, but I like him. And to be honest, they thinking the same way.
Yeah. You know, Tom Bellew and Lisa Bellew once quoted, men love women after sex, and women love men before sex.
Is it not opposite?
So we get in love before having sex?
No.
And they
really? Oh, I thought it was the opposite, because you have oxytocin. Oxytocin, but oxytocin, it's like when you, for a man, it's more like when you're seeing the girl more, when you're going on dates. But for a woman, or for me, example, if I have sex,
it makes sense.
If I have sex with a man, I click emotionally, and I'm in Belgium you say een vogel voor de kat. Then it's like when we have sex, there's our hormone vasopressin. I think it's vasopressin or something.
I don't know the name.
And it's more like we click then. Then it's like, oh yeah, I really want you. But for a man, getting intimate with a woman, it's not like a woman getting intimate with a man. A man's like, okay, yeah, we had sex. Okay, yeah, they're not physically, emotionally attached. Yeah. But for a man who is like planning dates, seeing the woman, get to know her deeper, asking questions, that's the other hormone, and that's the thing that they fall in love. Not the sexual part, definitely not.
No, they don't get in love after sex, but I mean, they men need to have sex to get in love. They need to.
Yeah.
They need that anyway. Women can just go. Most of the women, but not all.
That's also the cheating part.
Actually, what about the dating? About the apps? I wanted to add. I know it's a crazy story, but I wasn't on dating apps, but I met my ex-husband via Facebook.
Okay.
And we were married for 7.5 years.
Voilà. It's and if you did not meet on the social part, you wouldn't even have known him or married him. So I really believe like in online dating that it's really everyone is how do you say it? It's like swimming in the same river. But for me, it's like okay, I want to get to know you personally.
Personal connection is important.
For me also.
I have never, except my ex-husband. After that, I just thought I was crazy a little bit and young and stuff. And now I really need to meet the guy before, I need to have this
of course
contact.
Maybe it's a good tip for the women.
I feel like afraid of the fact that everything can be misleading on Instagram or Tinder or whatever you call the platforms. So I think you can lie on the account. You can say whatever you want. You can call yourself, I don't know, a leader, a boss, or this and that, and don't have kids or whatever. And all of a sudden, you meet this person, and it's someone totally else.
Yeah, it's true. That's
so
maybe
I'm just a little bit afraid of that.
Yeah, I understand. Well, maybe a good tip for all the women out there is like, if you're meeting or if you're talking with a man on a dating app and he's like. Getting you off the dating app with asking your number in like a few texts or a few days or something, it's a good thing because he wants to see you. And if he's not for you.
Okay, I have another situation. A friend of mine, so she liked this guy.
Yeah.
And he likes her too.
Okay.
Everything is going great. They are texting every day and stuff. And then instead of calling her, they saw each other before, so they know via friends and just from a long time ago.
Okay.
And then he, instead of inviting her to a restaurant, he constantly asks her to come by to his house so he can cook at his house. And she's like, it's the first time we see each other after a long time. I would prefer if we go to a public and we do something fun together instead of coming to your place. What do you think about this situation? How a woman should act, because she likes him still, but she says, I don't know even how to respond, because you want to have your boundaries and you want to also show him, okay, I'm not in just for that.
The
sex only.
The hookups can be it's very easy when you go to someone's place. The boundaries with a hookup, it's more if you are in public ways, it cannot happen that fast. And if you are in a safe, like in the cozy and like the seating place, it can happen. But my opinion, it depends, because sometimes it depends if you have like the option. If you have like you need to be at home and it's you really want to see her. I'm more like, okay, it can be, but for me it's more like a little red flag. It's definitely when it's the first date. The first date, you need to go outside. He needs to plan a date. Just go out for a drink, just go out for a bite, I don't know, do something. The more the adventurous part of thing, I would say like 2-3 dates. And I'm not an expert. I just listened to the Daddy Academy. He's like amazing. I really learned a lot. Because me, in like a couple of years ago, or maybe not now, but a year ago or a half year ago, I think, I was like, oh yeah, he's inviting me to his place. Oh yeah, boundaries, I didn't have boundaries. Now I'm like, every time I'm like, no. We just go on a date, we're going to bed, but I don't date, so.
All right, I think we had everything. So, Virla.
Yes.
If you had one advice to modern women in 30 seconds, please tell us what it would be.
In 30 seconds, modern advice.
Minutes, you got a minute.
First of all, listen to your inner child, because she always knows the truth. If you're feeling something is wrong or off, your intuition is always right. And don't try to fit in, just be yourself. Just be yourself, love yourself. If you have stressful situations, just find a calm place and just think about everything, and not like in the overthinking way, but also, yeah, just find a good balance between masculine and feminine, because as a woman, you sure need to have the masculinity, because it's beautiful if you have masculine and feminine, and also an emotional part. And if you are wounded, please heal. Please heal first, because if you are in a wounded place and go and search for love or go and search for attraction, you always attract the opposite ways.
Yeah, you attract the wrong partner.
Yeah, the opposite from what is exactly for you, and it will. I believe a lot about in spiritual kind of part. It will really get, sometimes on a really slow way, that it will disappear, but sometimes it really cuts off.
Yeah.
And then you're hurted again, and then you start a circle again and again and again.
Maybe I'll add to this one, because it was also a good comment of you, that don't hold on onto toxic situations or toxic people or work problems, anything that actually is dragging you down, that everything is blocking you. Because why, especially with relationships, when you are holding on to someone that you're not serious about, and you don't allow them to enter the person into your life that will love you the way you deserve to be loved.
Exactly.
And the way you want to be loved.
Exactly.
But sometimes we want to hold on that red flag, because we just want to wait a little.
Sometimes I see red flags, I'm sometimes like, oh yeah, but I have like a painting and thing. I will do it green. Yeah. I will put him, but it's not true.
You can't change a person.
You can change a person, and to me personally, you're just wasting your time. You're wasting your energy. You're wasting your time. So.
If it drains you, that's exactly.
If it drains you, of course. No, then it's perfect. Fine. But also, just love yourself first, heal yourself, and just be happy, and then everything will magically flow. And just calm your peace, and don't. If you are at some part of way that you're lost or something, find yourself first. Voilà.
Thank you so much for your presence today, Verla. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I just want to remind as well that in Women's World Workshop, the spots are almost sold out.
Ooh.
It's 20th of October, and we're gonna work there, heal, work on ourselves a lot the whole day. It's very intense experience. We do activities like MMA, ice bath, sensual dance, booty therapy, spiritual healing, aerial loops, healthy food, and of course a company of like-minded women.
A community.
A community, yes. Yeah. I've been doing this for a long time. It's a 7th edition now.
We really need it more, like community and supportive. Exactly. And strange part, does really men have that? The support of the community? Yes. With
my ex is doing it right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, but it's more like in the gym and the exercise and sports.
Yeah, they do a little bit like what I do, but not spiritual.
That kind of thing.
No, actually they do now. They're gonna do also ayahuasca together, so it's actually
that's something. I'm like triggered from it.
I did ayahuasca. It last year, and I'm gonna do the next one in December.
Okay, I'm going to question about it, because it's something.
Yeah, I have a podcast about it, so you should check
it. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and if you want to know more about the workshop, just surf to www.womensworldworkshop.eu, and thanks for watching. Please, the only thing you can do, just share this episode, press like, follow, and we will appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.